see how this goes. I've been asked by Mr. Stallworth to talk a little bit about Teach for America because we have 3 teachers at this school so far who are involved with the program, and I'm led to believe we're expecting a few more next year. And if you don't know anything about it, other than the so-so reputation that some people have about it, because I think bad things spread much more than good things, I really want to take this opportunity to tell you what Teach for America is and sort of give you an idea of what it's supposed to be and what it's meant for me so far and meant for the 2 other teachers here who are involved in the program. And since I only have a page, 2 pages, I think I probably will stay within my time limit. As Teach for America could as easily stand for those fresh-faced amateurs, or sorry, TFA could as easily stand for those fresh-faced amateurs as it could Teach for America. I'm also going to talk a little bit at the end about what it means to be a first-year teacher who has twice been asked for a hall pass by other teachers who don't know me. I think I could have used this opportunity to sort of talk about what it's meant to be not very far removed from college, like 10 months maybe now. I was actually in high school 5 years ago, which my kids figured out and like to point out a lot. So, to begin, Teach for America is rather abstractly encapsulated by Wikipedia as the following. TFA is an American nonprofit organization whose mission is to eliminate educational iniquity by enlisting high-achieving recent college graduates and professionals to teach for at least 2 years in at-risk communities throughout the United States. Which doesn't really tell you a whole lot of anything. So, I looked for more articles. I found this one about the founding of the organization. Current CEO Wendy Kopp first came up with the idea for a national teacher corps when she was a student at Princeton. Spurred by a deep-seated concern about inequality in the United States education system, she completed her senior thesis on the topic in 1989, and a year later, she turned the proposal into Teach for America. The program is an organization that recruits college and graduate students to teach in the nation's most poorly performing urban and rural school districts. So in the most bare bones terms, Teach for America is a vast organization that looks at about 50,000 applications a year and chooses 15%, actually 14% of those applications to train and send into school systems around the United States as part of a 2-year AmeriCorps contract. So applicants apply to teach an age group and a discipline and prioritize 10 cities across the United States where they might want to teach. TFA, upon offering you a position as a corps member, places you in a city and begins training you with the age group and subject that you're deemed most appropriate to teach, which hopefully lines up with the ones that you were hoping to teach. However, this doesn't always happen. Most move across the country, not always to cities that they were excited to go to. And I found that few are hired to teach the subject and age group they hoped for. That I was placed in my hometown and presented with my dream job makes me the exception to the rule. For 2 months, corps members, or CMs as the abbreviation HAPPY program refers to its participants, cut their teeth by teaching summer school for a couple of hours a day, and then attending professional development for another 5 or 6 each day. Institute, as this is called, is intentionally designed to mold corps members into capable teachers by scaring the ever-living Christ out of them for about 2 months. Assuming retention after this process, TFA connects corps members with low-income, high-risk schools around the nation. It is TFA's protocol to send corps member resumes to partnered school districts and schedule interviews, but corps members are expected to be hired on their own merit. Thus, corps members, though answerable in many ways to Teach for America, are independently employed and not ultimately answerable to the government. So for 2 years, corps members do receive professional development from a cadre of superiors, specialists, and veteran teachers who not only run weekly sessions, training programs, lots of things that you can go to ask, what do I do? But there are people in and out of your classroom providing feedback, suggestions, hopefully turning you into a real teacher as quickly as possible. In general, applicants have impressive resumes, but little actual teaching experience, and for this reason, along with several others, TFA has something of a mixed reputation. Some in the education community think TFA is a great program, while others might be politically labeled dissatisfied with Teach for America. The most common complaint that I've heard about TFA is that core members just don't know what they're doing in the classroom. And I'm here to tell you that this is essentially true. I had no idea what I was doing for the first 9 weeks. And I only had a decent idea until about Christmas. I found that no amount of training or summer school substituting could actually prepare me for the academic year. However, I've had the pleasure of working with 3 intrinsically motivated and humblingly dedicated fellow first-year teachers on the English 2 team. And I've come to find that everybody is scared out of their mind their first year and absolutely confident that they're just running blind through the dark. So, that being said, my team has also shown me that the growth a well-supported first-year teacher can achieve is astonishing. I can now proudly say that I sort of have an idea what I'm doing, and I eagerly expect to mostly know what I'm doing next year. I know this has been sort of an information-heavy and fairly dry speech, so I'll wrap it up by sharing a blog post that I composed the day I was officially offered a position with Teach for America. I hope you will find it as entertaining as I do now, and you won't have any of the embarrassment, so really, this is working in your favor. One thing I want to say, to make it make sense, Ms. Alejandro was one of my teachers in high school. So, dear future self, it's April 2nd, and you will in fact be teaching America for the next 2 years. Wait, oh my god, I have to teach. I have to teach. I don't know how to do that. Do I have to plan each lesson? Do I just make it up that day? Do I grade everything all the time? Who writes the tests? I have to write tests now, okay. How often do I let them go to the bathroom? I don't remember how fire drills work. Hey, at least I get to go home at 3 o'clock every day. Brainwave. I'm going to email Ms. Alejandro right now and ask for a little bit of guidance. So, as I look back on my April 2nd self with the same sort of knowing smile that I've gotten from veteran teachers waiting for the penny to drop, I like to think that I've come a decent way since then, and I owe a lot of it to Teach for America, so I hope that in your future interactions with TFA core members, 1, pat them on the shoulder because they're scared and nervous and stressed and probably forgot to buy groceries for like a couple months. And know that we care a lot, we're trying hard, and the opportunity to work with teachers like you absolutely makes all of the weekly professional development worth it, a couple times a week. But I just want to say, on behalf of Teach for America, it's a pleasure to be able to work with such great teachers. And one last thing. Ms. Alejandro was my favorite teacher. She taught AP English 3, and the day Lance and Jennifer offered me the same job, I actually called her as soon as I left in the building and did exactly what I'm doing right now, and now I'm embarrassed. So,